All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and our home team. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Flush to his right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Now a first down carry by Jones. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. He'll drop to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. They're running. Tomlinson. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Let's go, defense. Hey, stand up.
Now they try the right side here. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. He was locked in last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2.
Clear some space in the trophy room. He won it last week. He's thinking he's going to get a few more before this season is over, maybe even starting with this game.
Looking to throw on second down. Weiss, and he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now a handoff looking right. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down. Ready up. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, foxtrot. Shoot.
To throw on 3rd down. Weiss. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a rip.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board.
Ready.
To throw on 2nd down. Weiss. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. He's trying to parlay that great performance last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2, into a great performance in Week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week. Energy, the way he comes off the line of scrimmage, attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result.
Now they try the right side here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And he gets this away. And look at this. This is a good one. He'll field this at the 5. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Chargers 14, Panthers 7.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Going on top. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Second and 6. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Hey, Haywood!
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Flushed out under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up into 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Drops this off to Tomlinson, complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Going to give this time to the tailback. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Check, watch the before. 3 bud.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
94. Fair.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Look at me. Go. Jump back.
Right back to him on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check 15. X3, 218, chop.
Operating from the gun. Rice. That'll be complete to Breida. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. On 3rd down, Rice looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Back to the ground, this time with Tomlinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jones. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Where'd it go?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second and 2. That one's complete to Tomlinson. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Kill, kill, kill.
They'll set up to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's first and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Second and 10. And finding the tight end Hooper. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down.
Hey, hey, hey. We got 3. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw. And Brown's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. Hollywood Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watch the slant.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Check. Crunch. Hey, Alpha. Snap.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Ready? 15 minus.
59. Second and 9.
Come on, D.
At the
Shoot.
Chargers' 46-yard line.
Shoot. Protein spill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Check three. Recon, 132 fighter. 5.
Off the bootleg. Weiss. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Jones. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
He'll rifle this one deep right. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to pour it on. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Looking to throw. Weiss throwing right, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Watch the run.
Ready.
Off the play fake. Weiss. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
Here we go.
46-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Tomlinson again, a first down carry. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 29-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Minkah Fitzpatrick that time to break that one up. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On first down, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings it 2nd and 12 at the 15-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Brown's got it for a Charger touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker with the extra point. Back now here on EA Sports, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. Flush to his right. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 42. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And an alley to run. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Wide, get wide. General West. 54 Mike, 54 go.
From the gun, Weiss. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Panthers do get a bit closer. Sanders now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Panthers 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Check 91, 91.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Here's Hester. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
60 Pittsburgh. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Gone.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Let's go, Heavy. What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Chargers' 27-yard line.
Back to throw. Weiss. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now it's Breida, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.